Hey guys, today I'm excited to give you my spoiler-free review for You Season 3, which hits Netflix on October 15th. Now, I've got to admit, this is one of my favorite shows on Netflix, so I was really looking forward to Season 3, bringing it all back. And of course, now not only do we have Joe, who's a killer, we have Love, who we know is a killer. So let's dive into, again, spoiler-free review for You Season 3. But before we do, if this is your first time here, I'd love it if you take 1 second, hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more videos like this. All right, let's talk about this insane season. Hey, Tessa from MamasGeeky here. Thank you so much for stopping by my YouTube channel. All right, guys, so the first thing I've got to tell you is, for me, this is the best season yet. And that's not to say anything about seasons 1 and 2, which I absolutely love. But season 3 just takes it to a whole new level. I mean, we know that Love is a killer as well now after the end of season 2. And I mean, she's pregnant, they're moving to suburbia, they have a baby. Like, this is crazy. You can't tie Joe down, right? He wants to be obsessed with people. And as you can tell from the trailer, he does find someone else to become obsessed with, and he slips back to those ways of stalking with his hat on. And of course, he's also got his baby strapped to his chest while he's doing so. It's so funny and creepy and just like, oh, it's so good. But what I love most about this season is that you have Joe and Love both vying for that lead character role. I mean, we have the classic voiceovers from Joe as he's talking about you, whoever this new you might be. But of course, we also have Love doing the same thing in certain episodes as well. Just really, really making her a main character, not just a main character, almost the lead character. And it's fun to see their roles go back and forth as the season goes on. Now, of course, there's gonna be murder and bodies, and some of the murders are crazy. Like, listen, there's a lot of blood and gore in this one, which I love, of course, but it's very interesting. And there's some stuff that they touch on as well that I don't want to say because I don't want to spoil anything. They do have a warning before the episode. I think it's episode 4 or 5. So just some trigger warning stuff, just a fair warning for you guys. And again, the episode will have that trigger warning ahead of time too. So it's very crazy. The things that happen are very crazy, right? You've got this married couple and they just don't want to be bored anymore. But their idea of like not being bored is like killing people. That's not good. That's not normal. That doesn't make for a happy life, right? But this is just so good. This season is so good. There's so much I want to talk about that's spoiler, and I'm having such a hard time doing so. I'm probably going to put out a spoiler review for you guys where I can really dive into this, or maybe even do a spoiler live chat, because there's a lot to talk about here. But what I will say is a lot of the new characters are so good. Marianne and Theo are two of my absolute favorites. Marianne is Joe's boss at the library where he gets a job, and Theo is this college student next door. And they're two of my favorites, but there's some really good people, other people too. Carrie and Sherry are so much fun. Sherry is a influencer, a blogger, so of course I kind of connected with her. She's a creator, so I thought it was really fun to see what she was doing throughout the season. Lots of great stuff, lots of twists and turns and surprises and stuff. You know what You does, right? You focus on one thing and all this stuff is happening, and then bam, something crazy happens and you're like, whoa, what's gonna happen now? And it gets more insane and insane and insane. And the very end, I will say, they play a Taylor Swift song. I don't want to say too much, but they play a Taylor Swift song in the final episode, in the final few moments. Made me teary and cry a little. And I'm like, I will never listen to this song in the same way again. I will never hear it in the same way again. It's changed forever in me. I mean, listen, You Season 3 is darn near perfect. There's some predictable stuff, but whenever it gets predictable, Netflix is so good at throwing in a little wrench into the plan, a twist and a turn, and a shocking surprise that, makes this definitely the best season. I'm giving You Season 3 a 5 out of 5. I really, really enjoyed it from beginning to end. It's one that's super bingeable. As soon as one ends, you're just going to want to start the next one. It's 10 episodes, and is there going to be a season 4? I don't know. I don't know if they've said, but I will say I feel like this could be the end. This could be the end of You, which is so sad because I love this show, but I feel like I would be satisfied, and I feel like a lot of fans will be satisfied with this ending. It's hard to say goodbye because for some reason, even though Joe is this terrible, horrible person, and so is Love, right? They're both horrible, awful people. Kind of feel for them. You can kind of, I don't want to say relate to them, because it's hard to relate to them, but you kind of get it. And this season does show a lot of Joe's backstory. There's a lot of flashbacks in this season, which allows you to really get where Joe's coming from and how this all started in his brain, right? How he became the way that he is, which I thoroughly enjoyed. And we get a lot deeper into love as well. So it's a really, really great season. Again, super bingeable. Soon as one episode ends, you're going to want to start the next one. Lots of great new characters, great story, great ending. I almost do hope that they leave it here, although I do love the show. So I wouldn't be upset with a season 4, but I think it's a perfect ending. Chef's kiss of an ending to you, season 3. I can't wait for you guys to check it out on Netflix October 15th. If by the time you've already gotten to this review, you've seen it, let me know what you thought about it down below in the comments. Be sure to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more videos like this one. You can follow me over on Instagram and Twitter. I'm at MamasGeeky over there. MamasGeeky. Thanks, guys. Thank you so much to all of my monetary supporters, my members here on YouTube, as well as my patrons. If you haven't joined yet, please consider doing so. We have some really awesome perks, including a monthly Zoom meeting where we get to talk face to face. Thank you again to everyone who supports me.